Strategic Command World War I Paradox game of playing. Thank you for joining me here. And yeah, so last turn we did a small offensive of our own to get rid of some of the artillery that had built up around the Allied front line, and we managed to dispatch 2 of the French ones. There's still a British one, I believe, here or here maybe. A British artillery, but the 2 French ones are now gone, and we can re-establish our lines. I have to remember to attach this artillery here. So we pull these guys back. I think we'll just pull them back to here. That also gives us the opportunity to upgrade these guys. And these guys here. And just replenish this guy. On this line here, we can now upgrade this one. We'll pull back this one to here. And as somebody pointed out, the trenches in Aachen was pointing in the wrong direction, which is actually true. So we have to redo that. It was probably taken by the Western Allies, and then they redid the whole thing. So let's get that straightened out. Replenish this one and this one. Did we buy the one that got killed? I can't remember. Let's see. We didn't. So that will cost an additional 142. So these are most of my points going into this. Okay. It's the only 165 left. We are done though here. Let's turn the attention east, where things are looking a lot better. Let's see, the headquarters here can go to Metau, so we need to move this cavalry out of the way. Let's find out what's in Smilton. Alright, sometimes if you stop earlier, you don't actually walk into them. We can get the headquarters over here. Let's see if we can get around them. Not quite, but almost. Let's bring this guy north. And we bump into a headquarters, which we can take a shot at. Can we reach that with the cavalry? No, it's just out of reach. And we cannot completely encircle the guys in Smitten, but we can go up here. And we can see their defenses are pointing in the wrong direction, but it's still unadvisable to take that shot. The rest of the guys will just move up as far as they can. Which is here. So we'll encircle Smilton next turn. Let's get this guy back to Riga and no, somewhere where he's not in the way. So here. What is the supply right there? Well, let's see. He gives 10, 9, 8, 7. I think that's good enough to replenish the full. So let's just keep him there, so we can replenish next turn. Further down, we need to do some switching of units. I think we'll add this one to the mix. And we can just add this one as well, it doesn't really matter. Oh, this? No, okay. Right, so Ostrov is the target here. And since this is only a detachment and it's not even dug in or anything, we could just waltz right in and take it. Ostrov is mine. These guys, are they in the way? I think so. Just keep them on the road here. No, they're not in the way. Okay. These guys go to Polotsk, which is partisan territory, as we can see. So we need this guy here. Also Vitebsk, Veliky Luki, and Smolensk, as well as Minsk. So actually we will start to need these soon. I do have 4 detachments in the back. I think that's good enough for now. Right, so to get to Smolensk we need to get through Orsha. It's also only a detachment. Hang on, Veliky Luki, can we snipe that? We can reach it with the cavalry. Let's see if there's anybody in there. It doesn't look like it. Okay, we sniped Veliky Luki. I will probably not advance too far to the north here, because Petrograd will be very well defended. But I think we'll go for Pskov and maybe clear out Estonia. Here we'll move east towards Moscow. So Orsha. Perhaps we can send one of the cavalry south. Oh, I can cut them. No, I can't, because they can still go through Bryansk. I could cut them next turn though, if I move one of the cavalry south. Let's do that. Mogilev, we can snipe that. And then head further down, this way. And then this cavalry will move. I think I'll put him here. At least it will hamper the Russians' ability to put more units into Smolensk area. We see a headquarter there in the back. Now I need to fill up with some infantry here. I could possibly even take Orsha. For that I would need a couple of attacks. Let's take this one down. Let's reattach him to this headquarter, which is moving up this way. Perhaps detach that one. Anyway, so let's come down here. Yeah, I can take Orsha straight up. Although I can't reach it with these guys, so I need to actually take it with this one. And then just take a shot at these guys here. So Vitebsk, actually I need to rail something in there. Is there anything up here? Well, there's Veliky Luki and Vitebsk. Sorry. So let's get this guy into Vitebsk. That's only 4 points. Okay, he cannot rail all the way there. He can go here. And I could just force march these guys over there. Just to hold it for a turn. I could probably do it with cavalry though. Let's see. Let's force march the cavalry instead. We could even go close. If we're next to, that's good enough, so we can actually go here. But then we cannot attack, obviously. That means these guys don't have to force march. They can just march normally up there, and then these guys will reach Polotsk, and these guys can go to Vitebsk next turn. Now Minsk. Is it really too strong to take? I mean, 2, 4. Instead of waiting another turn, I think we should just grab it. Just straight up attack it. I'll take a few losses. But it's worth it. It was only 1 damage that I took. Let's put the headquarters in Minsk itself. Oh, I forgot to rearrange these guys. How far can we go here? We can actually take Babruisk. I hope there's nobody in there. Yeah, it's clean. And Babruisk is mine. So let's just move up. Do I need more up this way? No, I don't think so. Let's just force march this guy over here. It's getting a little bit clumpy. Right. So we're already planning on the Smolensk. This guy is nothing. There's only a detachment in there. Although they will dig in, of course. Oh, this headquarters is hopelessly behind. I think this cavalry will need to stay in Velikiluki for a little while. Okay, so that leaves us with 160 points, and I believe we need some research. As the trench warfare level 3 is only 50 points. Let's grab that. I believe that was the only one. Let's head down to the Austrians. Kiev. Let's just straight up go for it. It might actually survive. Yeah. Which is a bit of a pity. Yeah, I can't reach with anything else. But I guess that's the way it is. It will reinforce, and but it's entrenched, and the morale is really low. So I think we should take it in the next turn anyway. Now I think we should get Vinitsa straight off as well. 3, 5, 7. It's not even a good, really good odds. Start with that one. So let's just move out of the way, bring up these guys to finish it off. Get the headquarters in there. And move the rest as far as we can. This guy will replenish. So Vinitsa taken. Next stop is Odessa, which is also an objective, the same as Kiev. Let's watch for partisans. No, partisans start over here. Yekaterinavoslav. These are Ukrainians. They don't like the Russians very much, so no partisan activity here. Let's go to Romania. We do have the cavalry around here. Let's see what I want to do with it. I would like to encircle Jassy. I could do that with this one, but actually I want these guys here because it's not defended in that on that side. Let's bring this one up here. Bring this one down here. Yeah, I do need the cavalry to actually close the gap. I could take a shot and then move. Close that gap. We do have defenders in Galati, so I don't think I will move any further. Too bad I couldn't take that one out. Let's wait with the movement. I think I will replenish this one. And so the cavalry go back to Uman, because I don't want this cavalry to come up and snipe it back, and this cavalry will stay in place as well until we know until we have dealt with this cavalry and all the infantry has advanced to my current positions. Will we take these shots? I don't think so. There's no need. We'll get the help of... It will be surrounded, and we'll get the help of another corps coming down that way. So, in the south here, let's see, can we remove this cavalry completely? We can. And move up. And then I want to remove this one. Can I take plus D? I probably can if I move up this way and then move up and attack. Do I still have a movement left? I do. Take plus D. Now that will surround Bucharest completely, and the artillery will then start firing next turn. These guys will just stay there. There's no need to move any others. We can just replenish this guy. I can also rail out this one. Where would I put it though? I mean, we are pretty close to finishing this campaign. "24 points. Let's bring it up here. I think this is where we need it the most. In the attack on Jassy. I think Bucharest will fall pretty easily once we get the artillery going. If we can take Jassy on the same turn, that will be the end of the Romanians. I still have the fighters here. Don't really know what to do with them. So still got 395 for Austria. Sorry, research-wise. We can start up command and control level level 3. Although I don't think it's really needed. I think those 100 points are spent better elsewhere, namely on the Navy. The reason for that is the campaign against Russia is really just a mopping up operation, and the Austrians will not participate in the war in the West on the ground, so I don't think there's any need for going further up that route. I'd rather take anti-submarine actually, but I don't know if we have the time. to finish it and put it to use. I guess I'll go with that. We do have submarines as well, so I could potentially also go for advanced subs. Although again, I don't know if it will even matter. But there we go. 295, which means I will start prepping the Navy, which will cost a lot of points. Let's just start from one end to the next. So this will cost 93 points. This one 87. The submarine 50. Yeah, so the points will go really fast. And there's still a lot of ships that needs to be upgraded. Right, Bulgarians and the fight for Athens. Let's see, the entrenchment is very high, it's 7, but it's only a detachment, and the morale is 37. So I think I'll take a shot and move out. Move the next guy in, take a shot. And then I don't think these guys can reach. No. They can go here. And they will probably replenish. The guys in Corfu can move back out. And then that headquarter will be surrounded. But it can go to Ionia next turn, which will put it back into supply. Yeah, I think it's fine. I'll go down here with a detachment and take Patras from the Greeks. This one will stay. Yeah, I think that's fine for the Bulgarians. Hopefully I can take Athens next turn, and that will finish off the Greeks, and then we'll move up and take Albania. I still got 111 points for Germany, which we can spend on some naval upgrades, perhaps. We have a lot of subs that needs upgrading. How much does that cost? That's 20 each, so we can do 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then move this one out, which is already upgraded. Let's put it over there. And put some other ship in there. I think there's another sub there. It can't reach. We could just put something else in there. It doesn't really matter. Destroyer. Okay. The Turks. Precarious situation over here. Obviously these guys will swap. And we will upgrade this guy. And this one will replenish. And do we have any kind of strength to take this one out? 3, 2, that's 5. I could then swap this one. There's a small chance I can take out this core. So I do think I should go for that. Start with this one. It only took 2 points off of it. If this one takes 3, no. And it even stops. Okay. Well, that settles it then. Let's replenish this one. He keeps bombing Van. That means the supply is still low for Van, and I can't really do anything down here. So basically the Ottomans are just holding on to the line, which is surprisingly strong given that the rest of Russia is about to be overrun. So whatever. But okay, let's go down here. And then force march these guys into the desert. They should be able to reach Ramadi next turn. The turn after that they will be available for the defense of Baghdad, which is now a defensive position. Because of the reinforcements that the British got here. Over there we will move these guys down to Aqaba and entrench and replenish these guys here, leaving Beersheba open for now, but I don't think the British will be able to go in there. That leaves 155 for the Turks. Research. We could also start anti-submarine warfare for those guys, given that I am actually building destroyers. It's only 50 points. Let's go for that. And then we have 100 points left, which I think we will just save up. I do have some ships that needs to be replenished though. Why don't we just do that? It's 26 to get this one to 8. And it's 56 to get this one back to 10. It's probably because the port is only supplied 5. Yeah, I need to swap it out somewhere else to get the remaining 2 points. And I believe that is it for now. Confirm. The loss of Minsk reduces Russian national morale, which is now around 30 or so. And the convoys and blockades are still there. US poet Alan Seeger is killed in action while serving with the French Foreign Legion. And Oliver Hardy stars in A Day at School. So we get gas and shell production level up for the Germans to level 2. And that's pretty much it. Allied turn. Yeah, Athens back to 8. Totally expected. Let's see if I can actually take it out with those 3 cores. That would be nice. Let's see, the Romanians are trying to get out defenses around Smolensk. Could they rail those guys or just move them out? Kiev is back to 10. All quiet on the Western Front so far. They're digging in around Smitten, also in Bucharest. I did lose Kronstadt because I was ill prepared for the Romanian entering the war. Not a big deal though, but still. Trabzon is bombed down to 5. Observations on the Western Front. My German fighters are down to half strength now. More observations, also in Baghdad. North of Metz. Ooh, actually a hit by the bombers. We don't see that very often. The artillery in El Arish is firing in Gaza. Two points of damage so far. Caucasian artillery opens up as well. And the British artillery near Aachen, which I was not able to dispatch. At least the trenches are facing the right way now. Okay, here comes the French. Defensive artillery. 2 damage. Yeah, they're not gonna get through there. North of Metz, they are still trying to get through there as well. I do have defensive artillery, which takes the sting out of the attack. I'll just shuffle them around and get them upgraded. Enemy contact. You're back, Dad. The core from Kalamanta moves up. I wonder if I can get around it. And it will probably delay my taking of Athens. We'll see what the odds are when we get back. Replenishment phase. New units entering Luxembourg. Russians moving away. And Caucasus, yeah, we can see a lot of British units coming up on me. If they have a headquarter, it will be very serious. If they don't, then it will not be very serious. With my reinforcement arriving, of course. More replenishments. The Brits are digging in around the Najaf. And so looks like they want to stay there. Not going for Baghdad. Finland declares independence from Russia. Nice. Fighting breaks out in Petrograd. Bolshevik forces grow in strength in Finland. And the blockades are still there. The Russian government loses control as disorder breaks out. And the Tsar Nicholas II abdicates and a provisional government is formed. Alexander Kerensky becomes Minister of War in the new Russian government. Leon Trotsky returns to Russia from exile. And Kerensky appoints appointment boost the Russian national morale a little bit, which is still pretty low. And that's the end of the Allied turn, so Western Front pretty quiet again. Submarines. And we have the railgun. Second railgun has arrived. I think we can put it here safely. Also a Ottoman destroyer arrives. Let's put it in the Sea of Marmara. And that concludes this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later. Bye bye.